Welcome back to Bill's Bets and Beers. I like to apologize. It's definitely been a long minute since I've actually made a video. Unfortunately, just been too busy with the family and everything to kind of get some videos out, but I'm going to try to pump some out soon, just making time after the kids get to bed to do this. I'll just do a nice intro. Um, this is a channel where I'm going to be talking about bills, obviously, and then on top of that, doing talking about some bets, some parlays, some big ones, some smaller, like 5, 6 leg ones, or 3, 4 leg ones, just to get some extra cash. And then also rating some pasty brews. I like to do that probably once a week, once I get back into the schedule again, just so I'm not running out of things to test and whatnot. And also, it's just the times I can actually do it. It's later at night, and I've worked throughout the whole week, so it's just pump a video as I was out at that point. So, okay, let's get into it. Um, okay, uh, let's bring up, let's do some Bills news first. The rookie wide receivers coming up on the rise. Shakir, the 5th rounder, definitely been showing up the past couple games with all the injury we have on our wide receivers. And honestly, if this is the next topic, I mean, if McKenzie has another game or two like he had against the Chiefs, he might be getting replaced. That's a big possibility. Ooh, this Steelers game is getting interesting. It's the last 2 minutes of this, 30 seconds of the Steelers game, so I'm hoping they beat the Miami. Got a little parlay going for that. Anyways, also, yeah, McKenzie definitely had a horrible game. A lot of drops in the end zone. A lot of, I mean, that he tripped himself up in the end zone. Just dropping balls, looking to see where he's running after. That fumble in the beginning, which I'm not sure if it was a planned play or not, but if it was a planned play, McKenzie was not ready for it and wasn't either was looking ahead, it looked like, or something was a mismatch on that. So definitely interesting along those lines. Uh, then Elam, he's been playing well, the rookie corner. Big question: is he gonna start at cornerback 2 once Trey White comes back? Dane's been playing well, but I believe at one point he's not injured now, but they both been playing pretty well. I think they might put Dane Jackson just because he has more veteran experience, but who knows? Maybe we can get. I think maybe they can split some things in there if they're playing certain people, or give people different looks. I definitely see the rookie Elam getting some time still. And on top of that, just because on topic, Trey White's coming back. Will he play week 8? Will he not? I mean, we probably could not play him, and we could be fine. I mean, Green Bay is not looking good right now, especially wide receiver. So I don't think that's going to be the issue. I think the issue would be more just stopping their run at this point because their wide receiver program is pretty weak. So unless they sign OBJ, which he's not going to be ready at that point. So I wouldn't mind letting him. You can bring White into the game. Just let him have like a snap count for him, just so he can get some playing time before we play the Jets next week. Which like I said, the Jets, they're gonna have some sort of attack there, but with them still the same thing. It's a ground game, and managing Brees Hall, even in the reception category. But that's not gonna be something that really Trey White's gonna be. We're gonna be worried about at that point. So I think it'd be nice to get him some experience in there because we do have a big week 10 game against the Vikings. That's going to be massive. They have really good wide receivers. I mean, Jefferson. Damn, I always forget his name too. The white wide receiver. um. Anyways, so they have a good wide receiver set, a decent tight end. I mean, they have things that is going to be a problem, and they also have a nice running game. So we're not going to be able to just stack the box when they have Jefferson out there. He's a good number one receiver, and it's going to be interesting seeing how they come out. And they've been playing well too. They're 5-1, so they're leading the division now, which is crazy to think. So, especially with how the Packers are playing, they're 3-4 now, and that is miserable. That's you can't do that, especially losing to Washington. They lost me a big parlay tonight, which I'm very upset about. Not big, like money wise. I think I would have won like $130 off of $2, which is a big uprise. I hit every other game right. It was only a 5-leg parlay. Hit every other leg parlay leg right. Even the Cowboys covering the spread +7. I think I had the Jets just straight up, and a couple other ones on there. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but all just pretty straightforward, easy ones. And it seems like every time, like the Packers just couldn't cover the 4 points. They couldn't even win, and it's just been very the NFL's been wild lately with that. Anyways, back to Bills. Von Miller is worth every single penny that we spent on him. I mean, people were making fun of me in the chat, being like, "Oh, Von, he's so old. You're gonna need some just saying you're not gonna get anything out of him. He's blah 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 blah. He's all washed up." I don't think he's washed up at all. I mean, look at the Rams squad right now. They're missing him plenty. I mean, even having a big guy like Donald over there is not helping them too much on that front. And then on us, he's already got 6 sacks so far. That's huge. And even the people around him, he's been elevating everyone's talent and ability over there. Just having him over there before they have to watch him so much. So he's been worth every single penny. I think we're gonna at least get two to 3 more years out of him. At least 2 more after this year, and then we'll see if he even wants to play another year at that point. Maybe he'll be done if we get a Super Bowl or so in that time period. Who knows? And a big topic, Allen. I mean, obviously Allen's a beast, but he is by far exceeded I think what people thought he was going to do this year. Not that he was going to regress or anything, but he's on another he's playing at another MVP level. And this time he's leading the pack with Rodgers and Tom Brady not playing too well. I mean, Mahomes, he's right behind him, but it's just a step behind Allen. They're both going to be it's going to be between them, I think, for MVP this year. But, I mean, who knows? It could be a couple other players that just do enough that they do more on their teams than what Allen and Mahomes are doing. But it's kind of hard to think because Allen has 19 touchdowns for the Bills. 17 passing, 2 rushing. That is, I think before this week, I sent the thing out saying Allen has more touchdowns than 29 other NFL teams. He has all the touchdowns for the Bills pretty much. I mean, the Bills only have 21 touchdowns. So 2 other people have touchdowns besides him. So crazy to think. And also his yards, he's at almost 2,000 passing right now through 6 games. And he has 17 passing touchdowns. And he also has 257 yards on the ground. This is going to be a big year for him. I think he's going to be able to keep this pace, and that's with not playing pretty much most of the half of the Tennessee game and most of the half of the Steelers game because we were beating them by so much, by 30 points plus. I mean, if he would have stayed in the Steelers game, he would have definitely got another touchdown or so. And at least another 100 yards or plus. So, anyways, let's go into NFL news. Like I briefly talked about earlier, are Rodgers and Brady fizzling out right now? Because I get there's been injuries on Tampa down there, and Rodgers doesn't have the wide receiver core he had before, but they usually elevate everyone around them, even with all those bad pieces missing and stuff. And these past 2 weeks, it's been just miserable down there. I would say it's 3 weeks, it's 3 weeks miserable for the Packers, but at least a good solid 2 weeks for Tampa, because I mean, They let the Steelers come into their house. I mean, I forgot what they were playing, but they lost to the Steelers, and not by like a small margin. They still lost to them. They were like 20-18 or 20 something, and then they also just got the shit beat out of them today, what they shouldn't have. They're replacing Carolina, who doesn't even have McCaffrey because they traded him, and they just got demolished. It wasn't even a close game. I think they lost 17 or 20 something to 3. It's just, you can't do that against a team like that. I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe they're fizzling out. Maybe something's happening. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't see why Tom Brady would want to come back another year after this. Maybe he's not going to retire mid-season. He's not that type of guy. He's going to play. He'll play, at least play the contract out. But who knows if he's coming back at this point, because he's not playing that well. Jets are flying high. They are soaring through the sky right now. They just got another win. They're 5-2. I mean, I bet on them to win that, which is, I knew they were going to beat Broncos. Broncos are playing like shit. But there was a nice little matchup. I mean, Breece Hall busted off another 70-something yard run today. The Bills would have got him in the freaking draft. That would have been nice, but we needed Elam. If we didn't have him, we'd be having more issues than just... We would not have the record we have, I don't think. We would not be 5-1. Which we should be 6-0, but, that's the whole thing. But anyways, it's just crazy to think how amazing Breece Hall is over there. And they also have another good running back behind him. Only his second year in. I mean, they have a good squad going, and they're not even at the peak of where they're supposed to be at this point, to be honest. Because they still have a lot of young talent on that team. So that's going to be some team to watch out for in the future. I think I even said that in a couple podcasts with my buddy Evan. That's going to be a team to watch out in the next couple of years. I don't think it's going to be Miami. I mean, Tua's been playing better, but I just think the Jets have it. They have this like weird thing with them. They're showing it this year already. They don't have to pass all the time. They literally been running the ball all the time, and that's what you're gonna need in November, December, January. I think they're definitely making the playoffs this year. They might take second place in our division. I still think the Bills got them because I think we can sweep them, but it's all up in the air now at this point. I mean, once Trey White gets back, our defense is already first or second in the league. We have first or second offense already too. I mean, stat-wise, I think we're gonna be balling out the whole year, or should be. Yep. Giants are also rushing up the pack as well. I mean, they're riding on the backpack of Saquon Barkley at this point because he's been going off. And even today, I mean, Daniel Jones wasn't playing too bad, and he gave him they obviously won the game, but they gave him a chance to do it as well. I mean, he was passing pretty well, moving the ball around, getting first downs with his legs. I mean, not fumbling it, not turning the ball over, really. I mean, he's been doing great with that. I still think they might move on from him. I don't think that's enough for them to keep him. But who knows? It's early in the season. We got like 11 more games left after this, or 10. I mean, there's plenty of time to play. So, everything's up in the air, but they're doing great, too. They're 5-1. So, I mean, actually, 6-1 now, because they won today. So, I mean, they're doing great. I mean, obviously, this is the Bills video, but Bills are looking like they're the best team in the NFL at the moment. I mean, Eagles have been doing great too. I think they just let people in the games too much. Where, like, when the Bills have the lead, they don't let people come back. So I think the Eagles wouldn't be able to do that against, like, the Bills or the Chiefs. If they did get a lead like that, they would have to keep it and not let them even have an ounce of coming back. I think that's what's their fault at this point. Their defense is like when they do get up in points, it's a little lackluster in the beginning too. It's just they don't finish it strong. And when they start being with finishes strong, it's gonna get a little scary because they have a really good run game. The passing game's there with Brown, and they have a lot of good pieces for passing as well. They're not just a rushing team at this point. And then on top of having a mobile quarterback, I mean that's gonna be deadly. So I mean I've been talking with my buddy Evan saying, hey, I could see Eagles Bills in the playoff in the Super Bowl. I think that would be a disgusting game. I think it'd be awesome. So Philly Bills, maybe. I mean, at this point, it's hard to see Tampa getting all the way up there with all their injuries and stuff like that and how they're playing. They have not been playing well. Same thing goes for the Packers. I mean, maybe Vikings squeak in if Kirk Cousins can get over his postseason blues. I mean, who knows? And since the Eagles are brought up, um, will the Eagles go 17-0? They're the only 6-0 team left. Their schedule was looking tougher in the back end at the beginning of the year, but right now, Packers, I don't think they can win that game unless they get their shit together before that game. If they have a couple weeks before that, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they played Dallas. They played the Giants twice. Giants might give them trouble. They definitely could give them a loss, depending on how they play. Their defense is playing pretty well. Offense is getting better, but who knows? I think they definitely have the chance for that. And I don't know. I think the NFL's just been wild. It's been a crazy season so far. You have the Packers and Tampa looking mediocre at this point. I mean, losing the teams they definitely shouldn't lose to. And then you got that NFC West looking miserable over there. I think the one who leading the division is, I think the Cardinals are now at 4-3. If I'm wrong, I know it's they're the leader over there has had maybe 4 wins. So I mean, and that's crazy to think because everyone's kind of around the same thing over there, including the Seahawks. They had a big game. I think they might be even leading the division at this point. They think they have more divisional wins over there. It's either them or Arizona. So I mean, just crazy to think that at this point. I mean, the powerhouse that used to be over there. I mean, even with like looking at the AFC West, that was supposed to look really hefty too. And then Chargers lost today to the Seahawks. Yeah, they've had a lot of injuries. They've had a big injury bug. I mean, it seems like it follows them all the time. But I mean, then you have Broncos not looking great at all. Now I think they're 2-5. And then Raiders, they're peaking up. They won today too. And then I think the Raiders might be tied. No, Raiders are 3-4 now because they won today, I believe. But Raiders are a good 3-4 team. They're peaking up at this point. I mean, I gracefully have Jacobs on my fantasy football team, but he got three tuds today, and I think he was over 100 yards as well. He dropped. That's his second week in a row dropping 30+ points. I mean, it's just they've been playing well. They've been getting Jacobs more rushing attempts, getting all that junk put in there, and it's definitely helping him out in the long run. So that division as well, like the only real teams over there right now, I think, are the Raiders and the Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs are going to win it right out. But people thought the Raiders would be kind of towards the bottom, and they're kind of edging up a little bit from where they were. I mean, Broncos are just garbage. And then you look over at the NFC East and NFC West. I mean, NFC East and AFC East. And they're like the best divisions in each. And the AFC East, the best in the AFC at win-wise. And then the NFC East is the same thing. Win-wise, with the best division. When is the last time that happened? I mean, even this early in the season, that's like unheard of. Because usually the NFC East, the winner of that division gets about like 9 to 10 wins. Maybe it all depends because they play in their division hard. And then this year, like for the Bills, they're 5-1. Now you have the Jets at 5-2. You have Miami; they just won a game, so now they're 4-3. And then the Patriots, they're playing tomorrow. They're most likely going to win. I think that could put them at 4-3 as well, or just at least maybe 3-4. I mean, we're pretty good win wise. Like we're staying steady, so it's looking very interesting. And also, Bengals not playing too well in the beginning. They're starting to come back. They played well today. Um, it's been very interesting so far. And the Steelers might not have a winning season this year. I mean, with Kenny Pickett now, I think they do. I mean, he just looks different. I mean, Trubisky can play what he can play with his role, but he's not gonna be that guy. I think Kenny Pickett's gonna be the guy, and he's kind of showing it early. He's got that grit. I mean, he almost won that game right now for him. I mean, granted, he made it. He threw two interceptions at the end, but I mean, he got them down towards the red zone at that point. So I mean, he's been doing well. Just a few mistakes here and there, and looking past a couple things. I mean, Miami defense isn't anything to shake your head at. So who knows? Maybe he can bring it around. Maybe get him at least 8 wins, 9 wins out of the season. But it's not looking too pretty over there for them either. But I mean, with this type of season we have going now, and everything's unpredictable, people losing games they shouldn't, do all this crap, especially the Bengals in the beginning. I mean, it's been making it hard to bet because things like today, I did a 9-leg parlay for wins out of the games, and a 5-leg, and the 9-leg I missed 2, and that would have been a big hit. That would have been nice, would have got me a good, I think, $200-300, but Tampa Bay lost. I took money line on these. Took Tampa Bay money line against Carolina, who they're selling everybody. And then I also took money line on Packers, and I lost that as well. So good luck on me, right? I mean, oh yeah, no, never mind. I got 3 wrong. I picked the Chargers money line, because I thought the Chargers should be able to handle their own, even with all these injuries and stuff like that. Handle their own against the Seahawks, because the Seahawks been on and off. They're a weird team right now, and still no. So those teams that should have hit didn't, and that's what makes betting. I guarantee you, the betting books are winning a lot more money than the people winning from them, especially with how it's been playing. And like I said before, I had the 5-leg parlay. I had the Giants winning, even though I have a bet that they're not going to get enough wins, but they're going to get it this year. It doesn't matter. So I had them winning the game straight up, not +3, just money line. Just get an extra oomph because I thought they're going to win that game. Had that. Then I also had obviously the Packer game which screwed me. The Jets, I knew they were gonna win. The other 2 I had. Oh yeah, I had the Cowboys +7, and I think I had, what was the last one? They're all 1:00 games that I had on this parlay, besides the Jets. Oh yeah, I think it was Bengals money line. So I mean, every single thing I had hit. That wasn't besides the oddball out of the group, Green Bay. They should have beat Washington. They were beating them in the beginning well, and then they let them come back. They let them score 10 points in the 5 minutes of the second quarter, and that just changed the whole game. So I'm not sure what is going on with them at this point, but it's very frustrating. And I'm hoping to at least win a couple of these bets coming up. I'll be doing another Thursday night parlay. I'll probably do two. Do a soft one like a 5-legger, and 4 to 5, and then do like a 7 or 8 one as well. I usually don't like to pick games on these parlays, because they've been all over the place. If I do, I'll pick up over and under, but I don't even know who the Thursday night game is this week, so I'll be figuring that out. I'll probably come up with that on Tuesday or Wednesday, so if anyone actually does watch this, they can listen to it, and even though I haven't had the greatest record lately, I can at least put things out there where I might be doing some parlays on different sites now, where there's this one where you can bet on players and what they're gonna do and say over unders pretty much on them, and you can say over unders on receptions, touchdown, if they're gonna score a touchdown, passing yards, all these things, whatever they have post prompted for them. And then say if you put an 8-leg parlay in and you get, or 5-leg parlay in and you get one wrong, you can still double your money that you put in. So if you put $10 down on the bet and you would have won $600, you could still get probably $30-40 from that, or $20-30 from it. So I might be doing that soon, because I'm getting sick of losing by one. Just frustrating. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap this up. I'll be doing, like I said, on a Thursday night parlay. I'll probably be doing a tasting on that. I already have it in the fridge right now. So that'd be fun. But I'll be seeing you guys later, and I'm hoping to keep up with the videos this time. Have a great night, and go Bills.